It looks like the dead of winter, but it's actually the beginning of March. This is what Wyoming looks like. I've got all my old pots kind of getting unburied, but here's the greenhouse. This was built in 1926 and we just restored it. Do you want to come in, Claire? This is Claire, the doodle. So I have a lemon tree that's about to fruit. I'm growing strawberries 5 different ways. These are some of my lavenders and some of my garden baskets for the front. All my little tomatoes are coming up. All kinds of little seedlings for the pollinator garden. Strawberries, trying them in this spot. It's my little planter area right now. Trying strawberries in that pot. This one's about to bloom. This is a type of geranium. It smells like lemon. Citronella. It smells like citronella. Here's the succulent area. That and my lettuce. I'm trying to keep these in a cool area. So these little babies will bloom. I pulled them off of that. These are cosmos, which makes beautiful eco-dyeing. These are all going to be repotted, and I'm going to share those. This aloe vera, have 2 of these mothers. So I'll be potting these out and just separating them and shipping those out to people that want aloe vera. Look at this little air plant. It's about to bloom too. I have a hard time with air plants, but they seem to like it just sitting in different containers. I put rock in the bottom of that one so that the moisture doesn't actually touch the plant, and they have grown a ton. These are my little babies. I've got tons of little nurseries for babies. This is a really pretty little, it's called Cathedral something. One of my eucalyptus, and then this is another plant that you can see the fresh green coming up, getting some new blooms. Another strawberry, that's another experiment. Another strawberry, that's another experiment. Yeah, and look at all the green on the lavender. All these new growths. It's gonna grow and then bloom again. Look at all that green on these lavender. I always think they're dead, and then they start growing again. They just go dormant. Another eucalyptus. This is another this is a bottle brush. So that's blooming. I don't know how it's living in that little tiny pot. It needs to be repotted. Ginger, trying to get that to grow. This plant has always got issues, but it's one of my Australian plants. I don't know. Parsley grows everywhere in here. I'm trying to get more herbs. This nasturtium just started growing out of that pot. I guess I had seeds in there. Rosemary is blooming. It looks like it needs some moisture. Dill and cilantro. And look at these beautiful geraniums. These make beautiful paper. I always save these to put in the paper. Sometimes they turn purple or blue. This is an area. This is all rose geranium. I don't want to cut it back because I want to propagate it, but I'll have to cut it back before long. And some of these eucalyptus trees, they just start blooming from the trunk, and then, but look at the movement in the trunk. I love that. Same in their branches. Look how pretty that is. So yeah, these dry and then they bloom. I don't know. These little propagations. My little new guys got some green. My bok choy that I bought from the grocery store, I just chopped the top off. It's doing pretty good. These haven't grown in a year, and I know they need to be transplanted. So I'm going to test one before I throw them all out and see if it'll grow or if it's just done. But yeah, try to go cilantro this year. And these polka dot begonias, I've got so many cuttings from my mother begonia. And then more little succulents. This is the other aloe vera mother. I'm using the diatomaceous earth this year because I'm starting to see ants and they love to bring in aphids. So I'm not gonna let that happen again. All these little guys need to be cleaned up. Lots of little babies. Lots and lots of babies. More strawberry. See if that grows. So yeah, I have my worm compost and my coconut core, and then this I've been letting sit so that I can fertilize with my worm compost. And yeah, pretty soon I will need to pull my shade up, and I've got more fans to install. It's a work in progress, but the metal frame here is the original. We just added the ceiling and the walls. All right, Claire, let's go.